How is it going, people of YouTube? This is Tyler Plays, starting a new channel here on YouTube, and the first game I decided to play was Bioshock. I'm going to be covering it on the hardest difficulty. I'm going to be trying to collect all the audio diaries on the way, and I hope everyone who's watching has a fun time doing that. Well, let's get started. For those who have never played this game, it is one of the best games ever made, in my opinion.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Quite the opening. Alright, here we go. As you can see here, got into a little accident. Yeah, pretty big accident. This really is a gorgeous game on the PS4, man, I tell you. Some things to note about the hardest difficulty on this game, though. You do take quite a beating when it comes to getting hit by enemies. It is not to be taken lightly, but if you follow my guide, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. It is quite easy to complete on the hardest difficulty if you just know how to play it right. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet here. It's gonna be a little narration.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture. A city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat on your brow, rapture can become your city as well.
mean, they really throw you into it in this game. Gotta say. This is probably my favorite game on the PS3 and PS4. I'd say mainly because of just the story, and it's just, I don't know, it's just great all around.
Spear's coming up now. Johnny, security's banging off all over. Get a move on.
No trespass. Just don't hurt me. Just let me go. You keep my gun.
Yeah, he's not getting up from that.
Is it someone
Oh shoot.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio? I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground. Take a deep breath and step out of the back.
Here we go.
I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're gonna need to draw out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
I'll wrap you in a sheet.
Oh, I bet you'd love that.
Just a bit further. How do you like that, mister? Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer sealed Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
Alright. Alright, now up here is going to be the first splicer that you fight. He can really mess you up if you don't dodge his attacks. But he shouldn't pose too much of a threat if you just bob and weave. You can just take him out like that. And there's no point of picking up any of the snacks to regenerate your health, because you're gonna get it all back anyway in just a second. And you want to check these trash cans for first aid and hypos, because usually they have them. That one didn't, but that one did. Just come over here, pick this up.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him. Let's buck. Weak! You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow! Always have been. You'll be no better off with a metal daddy, little fish. See you floating, buddy.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
You alright, Boyle? First time plasma's a real kick from a mule. But there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
Now, after you use your plasmids, that's your powers on your left hand, if you pick up pep bars, they give you a little bit of Eve, but normally they don't really give you that much in accordance to how much you use on survivor difficulty, because you do take up a lot of Eve whenever you use your powers. Yeah, this place is going to hell. Uh-oh. Let's see. A little girl. It's actually my first time seeing that. We got trouble now. That went pretty well.
I found her that
Playing Ring Around the Rosie right now. Oh, a close one.
Yeah, but this report fuck.
Totally ignoring the fact that he's on fire.
Listen, I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe. I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now. But you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
Sorry if I'm not talking too much right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to make sure I don't talk over all of the audio from the characters in the game.
Just sing this song.
Like so.
Mom's gone. And Daddy too. Wait. This is happening before?
You can see that many of the people in the city have
Why are
gone
you here?
batshit insane.
Why is it today and not then when you were warm and sweet?
Cool.
Plasma's changed everything.
Talking to a revolver.
Destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
Oh, another one.
I'll do what I want. I earned it.
You want this ugly, or do you want this nice? I can do it.
Too spliced up. I'm too spliced up. Nobody's gonna want me.
Here's our first audio diary. There's one downstairs as well that you could probably grab before this one, but no, decided to go in the bathroom first.
Call the cops on me?
I'll probably play some of them as well for y'all.
Hey Brenda, you care to tell me why you had a whole
I got working folk coming in from Port Neptune trying to catch hold of the merchant. And all they can think about is the stink coming out of your shitter. Get it fixed.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the leadhead splicers. They carry pistols, Tommy guns usually, sometimes later in the game, but they could be pretty. Well, they could hit hard with the weapons that they carry, so you gotta be careful about that. And while we have no Eve, we could pick up some of the alcohol in here to gain some health back without losing any Eve.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
And that was the first example of killing enemies in the water using electrobolt. Comes in handy. Here's the second audio diary.
Another New Year's, another night alone. I'm out and you're stuck in Festus. Working. Huh. Imagine my surprise. Oh, I guess I'll have another drink. Here's a toast to Diane McClintock. Silliest girl in Rapture. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Silly enough. What happened?
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute?
I'm gonna cut off that audio diary.
You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's in deep shit.
That's the big daddy. She got his Adam. He keeps her safe.
Yeah, I think he'll make it. That is another thing. If you press the start button, they give you the option to save whenever you want. So if you're going for the achievement / trophy for completing the game without using Vita chambers, you could turn it off in the settings and just save manually within the game. So in case you die, you just go back to that save. Very useful. And what I picked up in there was a little director's commentary that comes in the remastered version of BioShock. Pretty neat. And there's your second chance to shock enemies while we're in the water. It's usually, almost always, an insta-death. Here we try to escape.
Security alert in progress.
Didn't go too well. And after those gates shut, you want to come over here, stand on these boxes, position yourself right about here. You could shock all the enemies while they're falling into the water. Very useful. You'll be conserving a lot of your ammo and close quarters combat doing this. I don't think he knows I'm here.
I can control.
It's Ryan! Goddamn Andrew Ryan! Found him. Damn it! They shut off access to Neptune. There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, normally that last splicer will die with the rest, but sometimes she'll have the littlest bit of health left, so you can just like finish her off with one bullet and she'll be fine. You could even go up to her and hit her if you want to. In those bathrooms there's some bandages and I think a first aid kit, I'm not too sure. But we don't need it because we're at the maximum amount of health kits.
Oh, Christ! You're trapped! Gonna try to override the exit from here.
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB Wolf or the CIA Jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell, or до свидания, Jackal.
We go to the medical pavilion. I say this is the first major area of the game. The one we just finished was kind of a intro to the basics of the game, if I were to say. But this will conclude my first part of BioShock walkthrough on survivor difficulty. I will see everyone watching next time. Take care.